All right, so fourth time is the charm when it comes to recording videos, just an FYI. So this is a little bit different. I've got, an iPhone thrown up behind me because I'm talking about Apple and their apparent sudden care for your security and privacy. Do you believe that for a second? Because I don't. Why does Apple all of a sudden care about your privacy? Well, let's see. Facebook's getting hit pretty hard because of their lack of care for your privacy and security. Google's doing the same thing. EU and the US are both passing laws about it. Oh, that might be why. Because if they start marketing it, because again, Apple is really, in all honesty, they're just a massive marketing firm. That's really all they are. They're marketing security to you because it'll sell well. Because Google, Facebook, all the other major tech companies clearly don't care. So if they can convince you, they do. It's all good. It's all good. You shouldn't believe for a second that that your privacy is at the forefront of Apple's mind. Ever. They don't care about your privacy at all. Well, except for in the fact that if your data was accessed, it would hurt their bottom dollar. That's how much they care. They care that if your security was compromised, you might not buy the next iPhone. That's all they care about. They don't care about your privacy at all. And I don't think most people have the misconception that they do. Here's the thing though, people do. And I've talked to people who have iPhones, and this is something they care about. Apple might protect your privacy somewhat, but just because they're not selling it the way Google and Facebook doesn't mean that they're not tracking you and keep up with everything that you do on one of their devices. And that... It honestly scares me because Apple can track you doing everything that you would do on Google, Facebook, and they're not seen the same way as Facebook and Google are because they're not directly selling it. They're just keeping it, holding on to it. And I think the reason why is if for some reason one day, I don't know, security falls out of your mind as a major concern, they can slowly and behind the scenes start selling your information off. It's really not that complicated. And even if they don't start selling your information off, they still have it. So should Apple get compromised, your data is available to be taken. And see, here's the thing. Everybody says, the iPhone, everything stays on the iPhone. Everything's secure on the iPhone. You don't think that all your iCloud stuff gets backed up, all your mail, all the other stuff? There's multiple avenues for an attack on your information. It doesn't just have to be your phone, like someone taking it. Like the idea of privacy and security focused Apple just you're going to have a hard time convincing me that Apple genuinely cares about my privacy at all. Because in the way I look at it, if you genuinely cared about my privacy, you wouldn't be keeping my information other than the most essential information that you actually need. Like, I don't know, my username and password for iCloud. Be about it. I don't get the whole idea of a privacy and security focused Apple. It just seems like a marketing gimmick to me. And I feel like too many people out there don't realize that. Apple is a marketing firm. They are marketing right now, and they're doing a good job of it. As always. They've always been good at marketing. This is nothing new. It's just, I think the idea of security with these major tech companies is a complete notion. It's not a real ethereal thing that you can touch. It's just out there. They don't really care about your privacy, and I don't think too many people believe it, but I've seen people who do, and it's sad to see someone convinced that someone some company clearly doesn't care about your privacy, and yet they've been led to believe that they do. It's a weird world we're living in. Why, oh why can't we have Linux phones? I mean, we've got them now, but why can't we have them mainstream? And by mainstream, I'm not saying replace everyone's iPhone with a Linux phone. I understand that's not going to work, but why can we not get a quality phone like the Librem 5? The Librem 5 is a great phone. All we need is that phone with the software diversity that you can get on an iPhone or Android phone, and that is a tall order. Don't get me wrong, that is a tall order. It's going to take time for that to happen. It can definitely happen. It's just a question of when or if. I mean, I think it's a question of when, not if. But I really, really can't stand the idea of these companies continuing on with, for one, the way they do business. I mean, Apple's is much less abhorrent than Google and Facebook, but still it's not good. It's not good. Just really, in all honesty, why can't we have some better Linux phones? And I'm not saying that the hardware that we have now is not good. The Librem 5, I believe, is a very good phone. Although, I think we could do better on the software side quite a bit. And it sort of irks me that we haven't at least gotten close to kicking out all these, for one, bloated, but then two, horribly tracking device. Like, I mean, literally, this device here is a tracking device. Like, that's literally what it is. Yeah, I use it for other stuff. I mean, I like using it. It's got nice apps, but its sole purpose is to track what I do online, when I do it, how I do it, and let Google know, hey, he likes this, and you can sell him these ads. I mean, that's all it is. Which, again, I don't think is, like, I mean, I don't really think that selling someone ads is a problem. I'm fine with, if that's how the internet has to function, ad revenue, I have no problem with looking at ads. I have a problem when you want to look at everything that I do and then sell me something. Like, essentially what Google does is, if every time you went to a store, let's say the lady behind the counter followed you around the store and watched you look at, everything that you're, browsing. You haven't even picked something up off the shelf. You're just looking around. And she stands right next to you and watches you the entire time. And she notices that, there was a blue shirt and a green shirt that you spent more time looking at than everything else. And then she let you do the rest of your shopping. Let's say you grab one thing. You walk up to the counter, and then she's got a rack of blue and green shirts standing there. And she's like, hey, I saw that you watched these, like, looked at them for a few minutes. Do you want them? They're fantastic. No? Okay, cool, fine. She checks you out. Then she follows you to the front door, holding the racks. You want them? No? Okay, cool. Then you get to your home, and you're sitting on your couch. Knock on the door. Go to the front door. Hey, want to buy some shirts? That type of marketing, for one, I mean, on the internet, it shouldn't be how we do things, but in real life, if that's how your business operated and how we marketed things to people, marketing would be dead. Like that whole field would just die because everyone would hate anybody in the marketing industry. I mean, already people don't really particularly like people in marketing because, well, let's just be honest, people in marketing typically stretch the truth a little bit. Apple might, on occasion, possibly stretch the truth quite a bit. So this is a weird video compared to the rest of mine, especially with this iPhone background, but hopefully you enjoyed my little rant here about Apple and supposedly caring about your security. It's just, I mean, I know I didn't really touch on anything like new or informative here. I just wanted to talk about it. Like, it really does irk me that Apple talks about your privacy like they care about it. It's just, I don't know. It just gets me. So let me know if it got you too. Let me know in the comments if you want to support me. All the good stuff that I do over here, check me out over on LBRY or Odysee, and you get paid in LBC to do different stuff on the platform. LBC is the cryptocurrency that the platform is based off of, and you can send some of it to me if you want to support me and help, continue to make videos, and hopefully one day, get a really nice camera perhaps. That'd be sick. I actually do have a DSLR already. That was a hint. That there might be some higher quality videos coming out here soon. Might. Don't want to spoil it. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.